All right, welcome back to another episode of the Pin High Podcast presented by Pin High Media. This week, obviously, we got a lot to talk about with the Masters going on. Scottie Scheffler won his fourth tournament in his last 5 starts. He's still number 1 in the world. That hasn't changed, and he's still the same old guy he was. So we're going to talk a lot about that, I bet, and we'll also sprinkle in some RBC Heritage at Harbour Town talk at the end. So let's get into it.
This is Jordan Spieth here, and
this is the Pin High Podcast.
All right, let's get inside the ropes. Where do we want to start?
You got to start with the winner.
Yeah, the man of the hour, Scottie Scheffler.
Man of the last 2 months.
I know, really.
Not man of the hour, man. Yeah, exactly. Like Trev said, man of the last 2 months. It's been a wild run.
Yeah, it's something that I guess like it's weird how no one really. We all were like, no, like you picked Scheffler obviously, but in the pool we're in, no one really picked Scottie. Another pool I was in, no one really picked Scottie.
He was worth so much.
He was worth so much. That was the issue.
Yeah.
But it's still how like this is third time playing the whole like Masters third appearance bump. And you're just solid, just dead, just show no signs of laying up until the 72nd hole.
Yeah,
until where he 4-putted,
which is
his 54th hole.
That was so
got into a little
cool.
bit of trouble.
That some people are saying that was a weird drop, and I don't know. I didn't see that. I didn't see that hole.
18 was yielding some weird drops. Like Tiger on the last day had a weird drop. I don't know, but
it's just but overall, just if you were betting on who's going to win going into Sunday, you were thinking like, oh, maybe Cam has a chance, but Sky was just, it didn't matter. Honestly, if Cam went out and shot 68, like it might not even matter, just because Sky was that solid all day.
I mean, yeah, Scottie Scheffler been on such an amazing run. I mean, kind of like you said, no one like obviously we're on him because he's the hottest player in the world, but like, you know, people usually don't think as a guy's gonna win like back-to-back starts. Like usually they peak at the wrong time and then, you know, they're not gonna win again. Scottie Scheffler in his third Masters, you said, so he has that bump. But like there was just other guys that I was feeling more confident in the Scottie Scheffler this week, and you know, I think that was a mistake, obviously.
When does Scottie Scheffler stop? Like when's his next appearance, first of all? But like,
I think he's supposed to play in the Zurich.
Yeah, I think he made the
which is hilarious.
Arnold Palmer promise to the Zurich.
Oh,
it was his
it's
partner.
So funny. I think it's I heard it today. I don't know. It's a weird. It's like kind of like a random group, I think. But
is it another UT
Bubba
guy?
Watson and Scottie Scheffler? That's who he.
That'd be the Ted Scott connection.
Oh no, he's actually cool. Ryan Palmer this year. Ryan
Palmer.
The
that's
Texas,
so weird.
Yeah, that's wow. I mean,
and then you got Cam Smith and Mark Leishman in that, so like I'm gonna hammer Cam Smith.
You got Hovland and Morikawa in that tournament. They're probably
not to be talking about the Zurich right now, but what a step down that is to be putting to win at the Masters, and
what a dream that is. That was awesome. Punt to win a Masters.
And then going to play at the Zurich with Ryan Palmer.
Yep.
That is a harsh reality to face, but dude, I could see like that happening where he just like goes out and like it's not that big of a tournament. This is like goes out and just like wins the Zurich and it's 5 of his last 6.
Right.
Ryan Palmer is such a guy that would win that too.
Win that tournament. Yeah. I mean, just another thing about like Scottie Scheffler, like he doesn't really like pass the eye test. Like his swing is not the most like technically sound swing out there. He has a lot of like weird finishes, kind of happy feet. I guess that's the best way to explain it. Just like
No,
he's
very
just like
much.
messing around, like his feet are all over the place at the end of his swing, but then he just hits the ball so pure, and it's just wild. Like he doesn't pass the eye test at all.
He is like kind of like a sawed-off finish with his
The
3-wood.
weird, the weird finishes like on 10 where he hits like it's like all the way he's like so twisted
Yep.
and like his arms are like flailing. Like it's crazy that he can hit a ball like that, but it's also really like makes me like him more just because
Well,
like it's like
what
quirky and weird like that.
a lot of what people say about Scotty and about like the guys coming up is just like at this stage of golf, like it's just you're putting athletes out there, and Scottie Scheffler, like
Oh,
I
absolutely.
mean, yeah, but like you
can't
have
really
this day
teach
and
what
age.
his action.
You have like trackman golfers, I think was the term that was being thrown out there, of guys who, when the wind is down and like scoring conditions are perfect, they're going to make a lot of birdies, but when the wind goes up and scoring conditions are rough, they're going to have a tough time. And like Scottie Scheffler is not a trackman golfer. I mean, another person that comes to mind, Shane Lowry, just kind of like all feel, could play in the elements. Scotty's kind of like that. Like he just like there's no real technical parts of his swing. He's not like paying attention to his swing like that. And it's just kind of wild that he plays so well. He's dominating right now.
It's a little bit like Jordan in a sense that it's just not the convent. Like Jordan is well, one, Cam Smith reminds me a lot of Jordan Spieth, like the OG Jordan Spieth, and the way he gets up and down and putting everything like that. But it's a lot like Jordan in the sense that it's not the conventional like Rory or Morikawa like swings where it's like perfect and there's such like ball striking machines, but it's still like our good ball strikers and still are good players. They can't. Sky's chipping was unbelievable. We made that chip on 3, which
that was
They're golfers. They're not hitters. I feel like kind of
golfers,
like in pitching, how they're pitchers, not throwers.
I completely agree. And like
that chip on 3 was wild too. And that I like at that point, I was like, even though it was only the 3rd hole of the day, I'm like, well, Scottie Scheffler is not losing this now. So
no,
like that was the churning point happened so early in the round, even though Cam Smith like was still kind of in it at that point, but like they're both in the same spot and Scheffler chips in and Smith decides to go with this like complete opposite like high lob that like isn't even close, and the swing was just like crazy there for Scottie Scheffler.
He started out with that. He first of all he hits over the green on 1 and Cam makes birdie and he chips it like chips it to within basically gimme range. Chips in on 3. Like he didn't make birdie on 2. So all of a sudden he's only up by 1. Like that's where a lot of the like you see like Masters guys like leading even after 54 like 36 holes. Like you see guys like crack in that moment if someone's making 2 birdies and charging up after 2 holes in your group, and he chips in on 3, hits another good chip on 4. He's chipping on 10. He made putts. He made a long putt on 12 like to keep the momentum. I thought he was gonna that was gonna be a game changers because Cam was obviously he went in the water, but if Sky made bogey, it wouldn't have been as bad. He was just rock solid. Even when Cam was making charges, and it was honestly it was just really impressive.
And like just to show you how hard like wild his swing is, like I was looking for a picture of him to like get on the Instagram, and I could not find like a natural looking like golf shot of him because he was like
that's
completely
him though.
torqued in like every picture.
You could get like a fist pump, maybe.
Yeah, like maybe, but like he doesn't really fist pump either. He's not a big like fist pump guy.
No, he's just like stone cold.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Which like totally fits like his personality, I guess, in a way. Like, and like I don't know if you saw these quotes beforehand saying that he was like crying like a baby the night before because he was like so anxious
in the morning.
In the morning, and I cannot imagine Scottie Scheffler like that. I didn't think it would get to him like that, but apparently it did. And like, I mean, he did a good job of like masking it, like getting to the first tee and just kind of that stone cold face. So it is wild to like hear things of like that for golfers, because obviously we have no idea what they're feeling the night before sitting on a lead. So
I think we also underrate the the morning of, like if you have the 54 hole lead and it's the Sunday of the Masters and you have to wait till 2:40 to tee off, it's like your first time in like a position like that, a major, like Scotty, like that is so much pressure. And the fact that he came out and like had those chips, made all those putts, like he putted great, like every single putt was like dead center of the cup. Like it felt like it was like he was born to do this, and he was obviously until the 72nd hole where he had a little bit of trouble, but it was just so impressive. And who knows when this will, like he said apparently on his PGA Tour bio, his favorite course in the world is Southern Hills.
I was about to say, in just
So
38 days, 36 days from the release of this episode, he's playing at Southern Hills in the PGA Championship, which, like you just said, he said that in, I think, September of 2019. I saw. He said that that's his favorite course. So,
yeah,
I mean, he's already an early favorite for that one. I think he's already 14-1 to win that tournament, maybe even 12-1. So, Scottie Scheffler is becoming that breakout guy of the year. That, I mean, it'd be almost hard for him to lose the PGA Tour Player of the Year at this point. Like,
which is crazy. Just like he's on that run at the start of the season. It's just,
I mean,
wild.
you put together 4 wins in a season, and I feel like you're PGA Tour Player of the Year.
And to think he had no wins in his career going into this season is just even crazier. And like, I think we said this last year after Colin won the Open. It's like, I've never seen a more mature, like 25-year-old when we're talking about Colin. Like, we could take that and bring it to Scottie Scheffler. He's like 2 years older than us, and I feel like he's like in his 50s right now. So, he was saying, like, what are you going to do? He's like, I'm tired. I'm going to go home. And they asked him a couple of weeks ago what he did after the win. They literally went into the backyard, and him and his wife just played board games. So that's Scottie Scheffler. He's not going to change. The green jacket's not changing him.
Yeah. Was it one of you sent that tweet by, I think it was Kyle Porter, like 4-time winners in the PGA Tour with the WGC and a major in 1 year?
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Tiger Woods, Scottie Scheffler, which is just like you mentioned, like player of the year. Like he's basically already got it locked up.
You guys see his Chipotle order?
His Chipotle order? Was he ordering Chipotle after he won last night?
No, I don't think so.
I wish.
But
that'd be awesome.
I saw there was a video on it.
It might have been like a scratch video or something like that of him and his wife. And she was like, they asked her what his Chipotle order was, because I don't know, I guess it was like super, and it's not very super specific. He just was saying all the things that you do at Chipotle. Like, you wait for them to put in the scoop of chicken before you ask for double chicken, because then they'll give you more, blah, blah. But he had a take that I was kind of never thought about. He said it's better to use a spoon because everybody who uses a fork uses it like a spoon.
I agree with that. And the rice.
I use a fork. I use a fork, but now that I think about it, I use it like a spoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't use it. I don't stab the chicken. It's like a.
Yeah. So going back to going back to the money for Scottie Scheffler, 8 weeks ago, 0 wins in 70 PGA Tour starts, 8.7 million career earnings, and number 14 in the world. Scottie Scheffler, as of right now, 4 wins in 76 PGA Tour starts, 17.6 million in career earnings, number 1 in the world, and a major champion.
Whenever he has a break next in his schedule, whether it's, when would that be? I mean, probably post Riot or President's Cup, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Him and his wife are going to be going on a just outrageous vacation.
One of my friends was watching yesterday, and like they showed his wife, and my friend just goes like, yeah, Scottie's wife plays. I'm like, that's the most like
Scottie's
like random thing. Yeah.
Scottie's wife has gotten so much media attention over the last like 2 months.
Yeah, I saw with Frankie and Riggs were with her at the Masters like one day.
Yeah.
Or something.
They didn't know it was her. She was just like, oh, I listened to the podcast yesterday that they did, and they were standing on one of the holes, and I guess Scottie was going to be coming through, and she must have been with like her dad or something. She says, "Oh, Scottie's going to come through. He's going to want like a picture, but like we don't have like a camera right now." And then like Riggs is like, "Wait, are you Scottie Scheffler's wife?" And like her dad's like, "Yeah, she'll never admit it though." And then she was like asking for them to like take a video and like send it to her for him. She's like, "Oh, Scottie's gonna love this," which is like just wild. And I think he was actually on their podcast a couple weeks ago.
He was.
Yeah,
I
he
think,
was.
yeah,
I
he
saw
was.
that. And he was talking about, he's like, yeah, I mean, none of this changes. Like it was right after he became world number one. He's like, it doesn't really change or anything. Like, even if I go win the Masters, like nothing's going to change.
Which is really cool. Like, it's
This
cool
was
like to hear someone say
A
that.
couple
Like,
weeks ago, and then he just wins the Masters.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I mean, we could talk about Scottie Scheffler all day. And I have, I think we're going to be talking about him a lot in the next couple of weeks, just based on how he's been playing. And you never
We'll
know,
be talking about him
again.
For the rest of the season, probably.
But
I mean,
there was
it'll
some
be
other
hard not to pick him.
golfers. Yeah, there was some other
Yes.
golfers in the field this week. I do want to start with Cam Smith because I think, he was probably the closest to him most of the week. And, we were all on him this week. I think, two of us had outrights on him. Cam Smith, like, kind of made for Augusta National, and, it just didn't come together in the last round.
Yeah, I mean, you thought he was going to start out perfect because he started out the day 2 under through 2, and you're like, oh, I mean, this is going to be a dogfight because Scottie also faltered a little bit, and you're like, we'll see what happens here. But then obviously he just kind of fell apart on the third hole. He ends up bogeying, like you said, with the kind of weird move to chip with some loft.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you saw it just down the stretch. He was just pulling everything, duck hooking it, put it in the water on 12, which, 12.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely has that Jordan Spieth in him. When like it's not going right, it could kind of fall apart pretty quick. But when it is going right, he looks like the best player in the world. So I think Cam Smith's going to come back from this like fine. And I think even at future Masters, I'm going to be on him because, he's played so well at Augusta and he's built for that course. And I think he really likes playing there. I think it's only a matter of time. He putts and chips the ball so well that he's got to like contend at the Masters. And I mean, I guess we've said the same thing about Rory and he hasn't gotten it done yet, but I mean, we'll get to Rory in a second, but
man hung, Jay.
Yeah.
I think Cam is, like you say, his game is perfect for the Masters. He's a lot like Jordan. Like, he just couldn't hit a tee shot in the last, like let alone the shot at 12. Like, it was just he had to go right at the flag just to make something happen. And like,
yeah, he just kind of mishit it.
Didn't hit a good shot, that happens sometimes. But
it's happened to a number of players in the Masters. So
I think about like 2019, like 4 of the last 6 guys like didn't even hit the green on 12. Like, they all went in the water. So, but he's like, you couldn't, like you said, you could pulling, duck hooking shots. Like, he was like uncharacteristically, like he was like slamming clubs, like what you never see that from Cam.
I mean, yeah, it
like
just the moment got to him, and to think he only shot a 73, only 1 over
with
that final round with a triple. So I mean, like, it's not like he played that bad, but like, how well Scheffler was playing, like there was just no catching up really.
I think it just shows how much, like, if Cam was that upset and that angry about it, like I felt bad. Like, I wasn't like upset when I was watching him like slam clubs, but I felt like bad for him. At the same time, I knew like all right, this guy's like, he's gonna, like, next year he's gonna come back and he's gonna be like, just like, he's gonna be so raring to go, and like he'll be like, he's gonna be thinking about this like all like for a year and like straight, and he'll be next year he'll be ready to go, and he'll want to win. He'll want this more than anything in the world, probably. But I'm already looking forward to, like, I will definitely be picking him next year. So I'm already looking forward to that.
And he wasn't the only one to get a little bit upset throughout the weekend and Sunday. He also had Tyrrell Hatton. Just really put on an absolute display that I don't think Augusta National maybe ever seen in its
You see his
100,
quotes?
100, 200, whatever
Those were
year.
crazy. He really doesn't like
You rip the
Augusta.
course. Like you just
Like,
rip
you
like
don't
he's
rip
like
you don't rip Augusta.
no one ever does something like that. Like no one ever says like the course is like this is like unfair, like you hit a good shot and like you don't get rewarded. Like that's like the whole point of Augusta is you hit it like
Good
you
luck
hit a good
going
shot.
back, man. Well, I guess he doesn't want to go back. Like not like obviously he can what's the word? Qualify for the tournament, but like
That took way too long to think of.
yeah, I know. It's late. It's
It's late.
10:45.
It's late.
Yeah.
The Yankees didn't put up more than like 2 hits. It's been a long day.
Yeah.
Anyway, he can qualify, but that's not how you get an invite back to the Masters to go play whenever you want.
I mean, we saw
him?
that final pairing. It was him and Billy Horschel, and I think I was
Yeah.
like, oh well, somebody's gonna blow up. And
Fireworks.
sure enough, Hatton was 8 over in the final round, completely out of it. And it's just like Billy Horschel and Hatton in a group like that's. I want to see that like in the opposite situation where they're in the final group, like fighting for a win. Like that
I'd
would be
love to
incredible
see them both at like 20 under, and like the rest of the field is at like 5 under, but they're both playing awful golf down the stretch, like trying to like get a win, but they're
I mean,
high leverage.
hats
and
off
they're
to
getting
Horschel.
gold.
He went through that and he had a 2 under round with Hatton as his partner. So
he's probably
best out of him.
used to playing with something like that because he does it himself. Like he's slamming
I was
clubs
gonna
on
say
Saturday.
Horschel
Like
is
it's
such a he's a moody guy.
I don't know if I was getting pissed at Matt Wolf earlier in the week for he broke a club on his 6th hole of the tournament.
That's early to be that
so
frustrated.
so early.
I mean,
He
did have a better
leans on and snaps it
day.
right away.
What's the deal with that guy? Like,
yeah, and then like he like on 11, he like literally the 11th hole of the tournament, he drops his club after he hits his approach shot, and the ball lands on the green on like the hardest hole in the golf course, like all week, and he drops his club. And then he hits in the water on 12.
81 in the first round.
I think he lost to Sandy Lyle. I'm pretty sure.
It was close. I think they both missed a cut. I think Sandy Lyle got him by like a stroke or 2. One stroke. He beat him by 1 stroke.
Still, that's like put if you're looking for content, you're a golf tournament like
if you
3
take
and
Matt
or something like
Wolf
that.
off
Like,
the
put like
PGA Tour right
Horschel,
now,
Wolf, and them in turn group.
We're talking about Scottie Scheffler, Colin Morikawa, like so mature.
That's
for their
crazy.
age. And then
Hovland.
you have Matt Wolf and Billy Horschel and Tyrrell Hatton.
you think Matt Wolf could, like, if he with the way he's playing right now, could like Monday qualify for an event?
I bet he could. I bet just on pure talent, and like he would actually go into like that tournament thinking like I'm so much better than everyone else in this. Right
Yeah,
now.
I mean, I just hope Matt Wolf
but
doesn't go on the Smiley Kaufman path.
Yeah,
where
that's
he
like I
was
was
here
just
and then
thinking
he's
might be
just
on that
gone like as quick as that. Which like he has that funky swing that like all of a sudden it's not working. But I hope that doesn't happen to him. I think he'll come back from it.
Oh no, he's fun to watch when he's playing well.
Yeah, really is.
I mean, it's like Cameron Champ in a way. Like Cameron Champ put out a good like major here, and I wasn't honestly surprised.
He finished T10 this week.
He randomly plays
invited
really
back
well
this
in
week.
majors.
Yeah,
he does. He played well. Cameron Champ played well at Harding Park.
I mean, Matt Wolf is only
So Matt Wolf though.
Matt Wolf is literally is our age right now.
Played well at the U.S. Open right last year.
Yeah, Matt Wolf's got time. He's
plenty of time.
He's like a few days older than me, I think.
Yeah, he's
younger. I think his birthday is like April 14th.
I found it.
Oh, yeah.
Couple days.
Can we go to Rory?
Tomorrow when this podcast comes out. I can't believe we got this long. We haven't mentioned Rory yet. Low round of the day, Sunday. What else do we have to do to get Rory a Masters win?
Trust me, I did all I could. I left it all out on the table.
I mean,
you did. You had to give him
in his car next time. The final thing.
Can we? Yeah.
Do I have to like tell him?
Yeah, you should. You should just honestly just tell him. Just like go up to him. Honestly, like there's a I keep hearing, like, Nolan, I'll keep mentioning it, and it's like when Rory was not playing well at the like 2014 British Open, the caddy, I don't remember the caddy's name at the time. Like Rory was like kind of just like just wasn't feeling it one day, and like the caddy goes up to him, he's like, what the f are you doing? Like you're Rory effing McIlroy, and that's the attitude like Rory needs to go out with every round, and just fire at pins. Like he just has to have that. And like that's what he was doing today. He was just like he made eagle on 13, which was crazy. Like in that point where like everyone's like finally realizing like this could be something. And then obviously the bunker shot 18 happened, which was spoiled by Faldo. That was great. That was really
Faldo
terrible.
spoiled that bad.
It actually didn't get spoiled
So
me
bad.
because
Yeah,
I was accidentally
featured
watching on
groups.
featured groups the whole
Yeah,
day.
you're watching
spoiled
feature
it too,
groups, and
yeah.
you just sent a text saying like ha 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 ha.
Well, dude, I thought I was behind you
You thought
guys.
you were-
I'm usually
you thought you
behind
were
you guys
behind
because
us.
I'm on YouTube TV, but I was on the ESPN app because I wasn't the one who like turned it on in the morning, I think. So and it was on all day.
Still,
So
that
I
was
just assumed.
Faldo, I don't want to spoil
Faldo.
it, but
yeah, I don't want to spoil anything, but something amazing just happened.
I mean, I tweeted it out. Like I think like everybody on golf Twitter and just like in the golf world, like
Sports Twitter
agrees-
too.
and sports Twitter just agrees that Faldo like doesn't really bring anything to the broadcast every
he's
week.
the
He's just like
worst.
kind of out there like doing his own thing, and yet they still roll him out for like every tournament, the number one seat. Like they need to put him like on 16 with Vern and just like say here, like you're on
Vern's
16
the
now.
man. Vern's the man. But yeah, that shot was the celebration. Like he looked like he had no idea what to do with himself after he made that, which was I think is really cool.
Yeah, I think
Like
that's
that
the
kind of
most.
stuff.
He said that's the most he's ever enjoyed himself on a
Which
golf
is-
course.
which
Which
is
I think you might have to
awesome.
roll that back a little bit. Like
He has to
he's
keep
won
just
so
keep
much.
Rory.
He's had to have
Rory,
enjoyed himself more at some point.
Well, he
Rory,
probably
if
didn't
you're
enjoy himself then
listening-
as well. He's probably just stressed.
yeah, it's probably like Rory. If you're listening, like or just
Rory's
watch that shot back like
listening to
every
this
day.
podcast.
Yes.
Oh, he
yes.
absolutely is. Yeah, he is.
Big
Maybe
fan.
next year
yes.
I'll go to the BMW Championship again or this year I'll go to the BMW Championship again and just like personally deliver him some sort
show
of
him, show him this
stuff.
episode. Like everyone's a Rory fan. Should we know this too? If he goes out there and is just having fun, like he has to do that if he does that every tournament, like he will win. So he will be so much happier and he will win so much.
Should we be
more.
his mental
We
coaches
should.
now?
We should.
Yeah.
We should. We should
That will go
really.
well.
We should really
mental
look into that.
conditioning 207 with
Rory, just go have
Professor
fun.
Diamond Jones and Catalano.
Don't worry about it. Just go have fun.
He was
that's-
going
it's
after
easy. It's
going after
easy.
pins all day. Like I mean, like why doesn't
Yeah.
he do this on Thursday? Like is he just like not there on Thursday to like see him doing
I
that?
think it's just like
He has to
he's,
wait
like,
until he's like
tentative.
fully out of it to like he doesn't want to
Yeah.
like mess up. And when like you said earlier, like pure talent, I think Rory is the best pure talent player in the world. Like
Absolutely.
he has more talent than anyone except for maybe like Tiger Woods, like especially what we saw this week from him. I mean, like if he just like goes out there with the mindset that I'm gonna attack pins and do it all day, like he could score so low. Like he was in the fairway all day too, like just piping it off the tee. And to think that like he kind of wasted the first two rounds, kind of like being a little tentative, like it's more of like a
Friday was tough.
because he totally could have been with Scottie Scheffler all tournament.
Yeah, he like it's just he's just gotta have that. Like he can't go out there on like Thursday and Friday and be just too conservative. That's the problem. Like he has to go out there and like just like say like I'm Rory fucking McIlroy. I'm better than everyone else in this tournament. And I'm gonna go win this tournament like right now, and then go out and like just do that. And
I mean, people
I
are
think-
gonna think he played well all week just by like looking back
Yeah,
at this, like in a
that's
couple
true.
years. It's like
I-
'cause it's
I-
7 under, and then you
I
realize
had
there's
that
about a
T2 finish
64
that- or
on the-
T2 Still a second finish.
Yeah. I do think that like that shot on 18, that round, like that sparked something in him. That was his lowest round at Augusta. Like that sparked something in him. Hopefully for the next year, and hopefully he comes back next year feeling the same kind of thing where he's just feeling it and said like I feel like that was a lot. Last time I was here, it was a lot of fun. Like let's do that again. Like
Yeah,
let's
I
like
need
hope I'm
Rory at the peak of
praying.
his game going into
Praying.
St. Andrews.
I
Peak of
think
his
I even
game, I
said
need.
I think I even said on Thursday this past week after he shot 73, I said I'm done. Like I was so done. Like I can't. Like he just shoots himself out of the tournament. He and like JT both kind of, but he shoots himself out of the tournament. I just was done with it.
Yeah,
But
JT had an interesting week. Up
yeah.
and down and up and down, the highest of the highs, the lowest of the lows. He was just all over the
He had
place.
a,
I
which
he had
love
a
his Sunday
Rory.
outfit.
He had it.
banana pants. Yeah.
What was the tribute to Arnie?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Which I didn't realize until I saw his post. What about Tiger?
Yeah, I was gonna get to that. I mean, what Tiger showed this week, obviously he wasn't fully there. You could see him limping around the golf course. Sunday it was pretty bad. But the one thing I could take away from it is I don't think I've ever seen Tiger smile like that coming off of a golf course or just like anywhere
Shooting
near a golf
78,
course.
78.
Yeah,
the
76,
weekend.
78, 70, 78, and he was just
Smiling.
smiling like from ear to ear walking off the golf course. I've never seen that before.
I think it was because it was probably like the fact that he played, like I'm
It was a
saying
win.
whatever 3 weeks ago, we thought that there was zero chance in hell that he probably even played in the British Open. So like, I think it's just a different mindset, I guess, when the expectations might be a little bit lower. I know Tigers goes out there to win, but like
And whatever, he
deep
came
down,
in the
like,
first round and he was like
you know he's
at
not
the
going to
top of the
win.
leaderboard
The
at some
first,
point,
the first round, he was the first. He was 1 under par, like top 10
Yeah.
in the first round, that's crazy. Like the fact, just that alone was impressive, and I think even more impressive was the second round. What he made 4 bogeys in his first 7 holes, and you're thinking, oh, he's gonna run out of steam, he's gonna miss the cut, and like I don't think he made a boat. I think he might have bogeyed 11 and 12, but he like birdied 9, I think that day. He birdied 13 and 14. He made the cut with like plenty of room to spare. Like that was that was like no other player with like an injury like that, or like no other player in the world could do that based off of his like his situation. Right. And it was just like the sheer willpower to make that happen and get to the weekend. And that and you could we could have all, if we were talking on Thursday night, Friday night, we could have all predicted that after something like that he would not play great. He would eventually run out of steam. He would eventually say his goal was probably to make the cut, if we're being honest.
I mean, yeah, I still think there's that false sense that he thought he could win, but his swing looked
I don't think
great.
it's false, but it's that's just Tiger.
This is what it is. But his swing looked great. Like I don't think any of his injuries really affected the swing at all. It was just getting around the golf course. And I mean, Augusta National is probably one of the hardest walks in golf. So to see him there, I mean, I don't think you'll see him. You probably won't see him at the PGA, even though he won at Southern Hills. I think he'll skip the U.S. Open. That's a tough course to walk as well. But he
tough course, and it's the rough too,
right? And
there's no rough at Augusta. There's no rough at St. Andrews.
Yeah, he did commit to St. Andrews, so he's in for St. Andrews. He said it's his favorite place in the world. Like he's in. So I mean, Tiger at St. Andrews. Hopefully he builds it up coming into St. Andrews to the point where like he could kind of contend at St. Andrews. Like I wouldn't doubt it.
I wouldn't doubt. He has I think he has a much better chance competing there than he does at Augusta.
Yeah, I mean, he must have been hurting though this week because the putter on Sunday was pretty bad.
Yeah, it wasn't great after the first 2 days. It was good, and he wasn't driving the ball well at all, which is not. It never really is like super strength, but it was like it was worse than usual. And like there were
there was still holes
cuts
where he got Rahm by like a yard or two, which is it's John Rahm, like number 2 player in the world. But yeah, how many 3 putts did he have? He had a bunch of 3 putts. I think he had a 4 putt. So you don't normally see that.
It's just end of a long week, I'm sure, but still very, very very impressive to see and very cool. Just like it was like it's inspiring just to see something like that.
Yeah,
Honestly.
it really is.
Yeah.
I mean, other guys I mentioned, Shane Lowry played really well in the conditions. He ended up T3. Colin
With triple and
Morikawa
four.
with a backdoor solo fifth place finish. So good for him.
Who are you guys most disappointed in this week?
I mean,
Like, it
I'm
could be like
disappointed
someone
in a lot of people because of who I picked, but
yeah.
based on
Disappointed?
who I didn't pick, I would probably say Jordan Spieth. He's never missed the cut at Augusta.
Yeah. Like
I'm not that disappointed though. I'm not all that
disappointed in Jordan.
surprised.
No,
I
I'm
mean,
not surprised.
I think there
either.
was a lot of people on Brooks Koepka this week just because it was a major and he didn't come out well
Again,
at all.
I just
like
don't
someone
know
so someone I really expected to play well is like Rom. Like just didn't.
I mean, yeah, Rom. That was where I was getting to next.
I wasn't
Rom
on
is
Rom
who
at all.
I picked in some of my lineups and stuff, and he just didn't have it this week at all. And like he hasn't had it for a couple weeks now, so
yeah,
something to watch.
You know who I'm disappointed in? Nakajima.
Yeah, he missed it for me too. You had him top am, didn't you?
I had him top amateur, and he had a pretty big lead on Greaser.
He was even par after the first day, I believe.
Yeah, all I had to do was shoot 6 over to win top am on Friday, and he shot 7 over to push.
Even to like make the cut, he had to shoot like 4 over to make the cut.
I was a little disappointed in Cameron Young.
Well, this was his first Masters.
I know.
I'm not disappointed in Cameron Young.
I know, but no, but like I thought he would have played well this week.
I mean, and then other guys that played well. Will Zalatoris and Corey Connors are kind of churning into like auto top 10 for
Zalatoris. Zalatoris is going to win here eventually
if he just figures out the putting. I mean, he putted okay. He was actually like, I think I read that he was like 6th in the field in strokes gained putting this week.
Question for you: did Corey Connors get the pin high bump?
A little bit. We bumped a lot of guys.
No, but like since I started like really going in on Corey Connors, like he's been hot.
I mean, this is what he does though. He comes in top 20, like in a lot of events. I mean, he just got to start winning some now, you know.
I mean, he's the one win at the Valero.
I mean, we have the RBC.
That's the only win.
That's his only win.
I mean, it's more wins than a lot of other.
Was he? He's like top. He was like 31st in the world last week. He's probably.
Yeah, I wonder what he is this week.
He's 7th in the President's Cup rankings for the internationals now. He was 8th before, but he'll be
on the President's Cup.
Was he on the team in 2019?
I don't think so.
Or 2020? 2020.
Sorry, Corey Connors 31 still.
31.
How old is Corey Connors? He gotta be older, right?
You say he's 31.
No, 31st in the world, I meant.
What, he's like 30, 33 maybe years old?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
He got some gray.
That's not.
He's 30. He's 30.
Really?
30.
He's 30? Wow. Okay. Yeah. He's still got like his thing is like he's not going to overpower a place. Like he's that's why I think he fits Augusta.
He's very efficient.
Yeah,
like he's a great ball striker. He's got to work on the putting though. If he wants to win at Augusta, if he wants to win somewhere else, like he's got to be.
I guess he hits the ball pretty
Yeah, he's not short.
Relatively, he hits it far. He's not short.
He's not short far,
and he hits a lot of fairways.
Yeah, and he's a big eagle guy, and unfortunately, he didn't get it for me this week. But there wasn't a lot of eagles at Augusta, so
maybe this week.
He'll probably get an eagle this week.
I'm also
really.
I will say I'm disappointed in Cantlay this week. He was playing well and then just like shot like 80 or something like that on Saturday. That just
I hope this doesesn't happen to Scheffler because Cantlay was on that like insane.
Yeah, how long?
Season? How long does Scheffler keep world number one? Like
we had like the Cantlay run and then the Rom. Like Rom had that run obviously all of last year. Like, do we think like how long does this last? Do we see him like?
I mean, I think
compete all 4 majors. Like, do we think he?
Well, with Cantlay, there was that long break.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we're right in like Scotty he'll be playing at the Zurich a couple weeks
Yeah,
and we're right back at
there's
it.
no like,
No laying up.
we're not,
I mean, we haven't had anyone like dominant in a
foot's
while.
not coming off the gas, so we'll see.
No, I like it though.
I mean,
We need
Rom
someone
got jumped
dominant.
this week. Morikawa is up to number 2 in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Scheffler has the game that could hold on for a while just because of how good
Be a
he
long
putts
time.
and how good his short game is. Just
Just-
like
he
if he
just
doesn't
doesn't
have
seem
it,
like
he'll
Cantley, though.
scramble.
Just so well balanced. Like he doesn't like I know it's like every world number one probably has this kind of game, but it's like it just like he can play. He won at Waste Management where it was kind of like you can go out and get your number. He won at Dell Technologies. He won at Arnold Palmer, which was super tough, like thick rough.
I mean, the match
Thin
play is a
fairways.
tough one too. The
Yeah,
Delta
match
Dodgers, like
match
that's-
plays.
You have to last a while to win that.
But he's also
And
someone who can
then
go
he won at
super low.
Augusta.
yeah,
Like he can win anywhere, it seems like.
yeah.
That's I feel like even from world number one, it's like Morikawa, you can't really it's hard to say that like every single place, but it's
We're about to run out of time, so I'm gonna pause and I'll text you.
all right. Sounds good.
Is there anybody else that you could think of that really is of
There's
note?
there's two guys I want to
Bryson.
mention: Charles Schwartzel and Danny Willett, two former
Oh my
green
God.
jacket winners. Almost could have ruined the week for us, honestly.
I wouldn't have minded Charles Schwartzel as much, but Danny Willett could. I can go break his kneecaps right now, and I wouldn't care.
No, Danny Willett cashed me a top English bet that I put in the middle of the tournament.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, of all the English players, Fitzpatrick.
He
Fleetwood,
only beat Lee Westwood by 1, which Lee Westwood surprised me a lot. Like he finished T14.
Good for
like,
Lee Westwood.
Did not see that coming from Lee Westwood. But yeah, Schwartzel kind of turned back the clock for a second there. I think it was in the second round. Like, did he make that eagle from the fairway? Third round. Yeah. So I mean, and he did the same thing when he won, and I was like, here comes Schwartzel.
And then he kind of fell back after
He
that.
flamed out a little bit. Still T10. Harry Higgs fell 2 shots out of the we're inviting you back spot.
Yeah,
so
that's
he's got to
unfortunate
qualify
too.
another way.
will.
Sanjay,
He'll
yeah,
find a way.
Pat, you could talk about Sanjay. That was your guy.
Adam 76-1 would have been nice. What are you gonna do about it?
Came out the gates hot.
I never really like he was right there, but like I never really thought like
I didn't really
he's gonna
believe
go
it
out and
either.
win. Like he was right there, and like there are guys like there's Cam, there's Scotty, there's like more like Rory at the end of it. JT at one point was like he was like 3 shots further back than Sungjae was going to Sunday. I believe more in JT than I would Sungjae to go out and win that. Lowry right there.
Yeah,
I believe more.
Lowry was pushing for a while, but yeah, I mean, Min-Woo Lee got a ton of camera time.
I like
in the
him.
Final round for some reason.
Well, he shot 6 under on the front. He went 30-40.
Yeah, but he was still like a bunch of shots back when they were just showing him like a lot, and the CBS broadcast was so behind on him too. They were like 2 holes behind with him, and they just kept showing him.
CBS did not do a good job.
I like Min-Woo Lee as well.
They've been doing a great job all year, and then the Masters, I kind of fumbled CBS.
Min-Woo Lee's like another guy that we were kind of ahead on.
I agree.
We'll see about him.
I forgot he's Australian too. I heard him talk at one point, and like I realized, and I'm like, oh yeah, he's Australian. He has a cool voice. I like that. One guy I wanted to mention before was Bryson.
I mean, did any of us really think he was going to play well this week?
No,
I had him to miss the cut.
No, absolutely not. But I'm just saying, it's just, I think it's notable that did he lose to Larry Mize or something like that?
He did lose to, did he? Did he tie him? +12, +11, lost by 1 stroke.
Lost to Larry Mize.
Yes.
Which is that's not good.
And he lost to Larry
Mize. For a par 67, that's not good.
He only beat 2 M's.
Jeez.
I mean,
doctor instructed him not to play. Is that what?
Yeah,
that's the excuse this week.
No,
What
this
about,
was
what about
before the
Xander?
tournament.
What about Xander? We didn't mention him. Trev, I know that's your guy.
I'm done.
Out on Xander.
I'm done with Xander. Like Rory gives me reasons to hope. Xander just kind of Xander doesn't have that it factor that Rory does, or like Spieth does, something
Yeah,
like that.
kind of won that gold medal and then just kind of like fell off the face of everything. But yeah, I mean,
Yep.
we mentioned a lot of names. I think
Good tournament.
did a lot. It was a good
Well,
tournament. I mean,
anticlimactic at the end.
the end flamed out a little bit, but then Scheffler did do that
Yeah, it was a good
and
moment.
and Rory and Colin had the moment that CBS ruined. But yeah, I mean, couldn't ask for a lot more, really.
I mean, you could ask for like a tighter finish, but
That's that's the only
thing.
I other than that, it was, I mean,
star-studded.
The four putt made it
ingeorgeable.
seem tighter than it was because it was only a 3-shot win.
I swear, I'm not even kidding. I was watching with my my girlfriend, and I said like, all right, like here, like, and she's like, what if he just messes up putting a lot? She doesn't know much about golf. And I said, like, all right, like he has to 7-putt to lose, and he misses the second
Third.
putt, and she's like, oh my god, is he gonna miss again? And I said, no, he's not gonna miss again. And he missed again, and she's like, oh my, she's like, I can't watch. I can't watch. I'm like I'm just sitting there like,
And you're like, honestly, kind of same.
yeah. It's,
because like you yourself, you're like, I don't know about you guys, but I had that like the like thought, like kind of just like in my chest. I was like, it's kind of like nerve wracking just watching this happen. I was like, imagine if you're him.
I mean, Ted Scott had to come in and like calm him down, and like he ended up lining up that last like 1-foot putt, and it finally got it in the back.
It's like, which I'm very, I think if it was like it's like at that point it's just like kind of like lost focus, and it's just so like I bet he's like shaking, like in that moment, like you're gonna win the Masters. Like it's just like that just like happens sometimes.
Also, I mean, we also didn't mention Ted Scott at all. I mean, Ted Scott got on Scottie Scheffler's bag, 6 weeks ago? And now he has 4 wins since Ted Scott's been on his bag.
No, more than 6, like more like I think like he's been in the bag for like 9 starts or something like that.
Still 9 starts, he has 4 wins.
Crazy.
Like that's just a major,
absolutely crazy.
Like this guy, the best caddy in the world, or like
he's won Masters before.
Yeah, he has.
Who's to say?
Yeah.
He's also like number like 40 something on the money list if he was a pro, just because Scheffler's won so much.
That's crazy.
Assuming 10%, of course.
Let's unfortunately, because such a good week, but let's talk some RBC Heritage, some skins.
Yeah. So I was talking to Pat before this. RBC Heritage is one of our favorite tournaments, but it comes at like one of the worst weeks of the year.
Yeah, I was thinking about it Sunday night. I'm like, I have no, like, I know he played this course. Like, I have no motivation to watch this golf tournament.
I mean, I think
such a letdown.
I think we'll see how it goes. Might get into it. The field is actually like super strong this week,
really
which
good.
is usually not the case. JT, Morikawa, Cantlay, Smith, Lowry, DJ, Corey Connors, Webb Simpson, big name here. Yeah, good, pretty good field. It's a Pete Dye course. We've played this. It's one of the shorter ones, but still somewhat tough. There's only 3 par 5s, 2, 5, and 15. The rough could play high. I'm not sure if it is going to be high this week or not. We'll see.
Tight, very tight course.
Yeah, tight, and trees block a lot of approaches. You can't really cut any corners. But then you have, it's just wild that the course is so tight, and then you have 18, which is like the widest fairway on tour.
Yeah, it's weird.
Probably the guys who, are good ball strikers who are accurate and don't really get in much trouble.
Yeah, distance is not a big factor. Stuart Sink won last year. Webb Simpson won the year before, so not long hitters.
Connors.
Yeah, I mean, let's just get into the picks because
I think I have.
We can breeze through this.
I have the honors. I was up 4 units on the week. How are ya? Who do you think is first on my card? We got Scottie Connors. We're switching it up for non-major weeks. You only have 6 picks.
Yeah, we were getting a little too crazy with the picks.
So like I had like 11 picks last week. And granted, hey,
You won 4 units.
I won 4 units, but
I
yeah.
did not.
Was it as fun to watch me list off like all these random bets? Who's to say? I mean, you can let us know otherwise on Instagram or whatever, but let's get into it. Corey Connors outright, 26-1, half unit on that. Harold Varner, third, came in third here last year, I believe.
Yeah.
65-1. So half unit on that. That would be good payout. Chris Kirk, top 40, -125, unit and a quarter. So like 1.25 units because that just wins 1. And then Siwoo Kim, top 40. I mean, come on. Me and Jeek talked about this at like, this afternoon at like 1 p.m. Like he's the Pete Dye specialist. I mean, top 40, come on. And he's -110. Got 2 units on that. Graham McDowell, RBC Heritage, or not RBC Heritage, RBC ambassador, playing at the RBC Heritage. Top 20, +1,200.
+1,200.
Half unit on that. What?
That's a high number.
Interesting.
Right?
Interesting.
Right? And then to cap it all off, shout out to Brian Kirscher. He put this one out into the universe. I'm not sure if this is the best number out there. I'll monitor it before the tournament starts because not everything's out in like other books. But Russell Henley, first round leader, 30-1, quarter of unit on that. That rounds out the Scottie card.
Okay.
Much am I up on the year now?
I don't know. I don't know how much you made last week. 4 units.
13 point.
No, you're up 4 from that. So
17.49.
Yeah. So I was up last week. 0.89. That's up from my 0.1 the week before. So just kind of staying around even. But yeah.
Down 0.82 on the year.
Yes, down 0.82. I've been up the last 4 weeks too, and I'm still down because I've been up so small.
-5.
Yeah, I got Trev's in there, -31.15. We don't talk about that.
I passed the threshold. I was trying not to pass.
Yeah. So Pat and I did talk about Siwoo Kim earlier. So I'm gonna bet him outright, 65-1, 1 unit on that. That'd be huge. I also have Siwoo Kim top 40 -110. Also have 2 units on that. Kind of wish I probably should have changed that just to get ahead of Pat. If should have put 3, but whatever. Joaquin Neiman top 20 +140, 1 unit to win 1.4. I mean, started off pretty hot last week, and around the end it wasn't great, but he fits the profile of a player who could play well here. Speaking of a profile of a player who could play well here, Webb Simpson. I think he's won it twice, right?
Yeah, not
top
a bad
10. I have half a unit to win 1.65 on him. And then my inside scoop, Bryson Nimmer, top 40 +330, half a unit to win 1.65. He's a Bluffton native, which is where my great aunt lives in Bluffton. Knows his family. I think he's a Corn Ferry player, and he finished T11 at the Budokan earlier, and Harbour Town's like his home course. So
would you top 40 plus
half a unit +330.
Okay.
So that's the random pick of the week. He did miss the cut when he played last year, but I think top 40 is realistic.
All right, I have very straightforward picks.
You sound defeated.
I'm very defeated. Very defeated. I will start with Corey Connors 0.5 units +2,600. Had that before Pat mentioned. Accurate guy, ball striker. Also before Pat mentioned him, I had Russell Henley, 0.5 units to win 19 units.
You need one of these to hit.
I do. I really do. I like Russell Henley a lot, though. I liked him last week. I almost picked him in our pools, but I did not. I ended up not, which ended up being a good choice. But I did like him a lot last week too. Mito Pereira, top 40. He's been. I picked him a few times, like top 40, and he's come through. So I'm like,
ball striker.
Yeah, ball striker. Plus 145.
I still barely know what he looks like.
You could show me 10 pictures of people, and I would not be able to pick them out in a crowd. But he's been coming through for me. So you need to win 1.45. And then I have Pat. You switch one of my picks. I now have Siwoo Kim. I forgot he was the Pete Dye specialist, so I will go top 30, 1 unit to win 1.25 plus 1.5, and then
This seems illegal.
And then Webb Simpson.
You're just gonna piggyback my picks.
I'm not gonna piggyback your picks.
Actually, you're what? 48 behind.
Yeah, you should not.
Yeah,
you
do you
should
care?
not care.
Do you care? Do you really care that much? Give me a win here, okay?
All right. Scoria will deliver you a win.
Good. I'm happy. And then I have Webb top 20, 2 units to win 3 on that one. Just feels like a lock. And I also want to shout out Morgan Hoffman is in the field this week. Former Oklahoma State standout. I don't know if you read, there was an article like weeks ago I read about, I think Dan Rappaport put it out, about Hoffman. He was like teammates with Ricky Fowler, good friends with Daniel Berger, and just like decide like he had health issues and decided instead of going to doctors that weren't able to fix, like he just went into isolation.
Right. I saw that.
And it's like this, I didn't read the whole thing.
He lived in Costa Rica for 2 years.
And like he was just like not playing golf at all, just kind of like doing his own thing, like drinking piss or something like that, like just totally like cleansing his body. And I think he's like healed, like he had like a very like serious like muscular disease.
Yeah,
I think. And now he's healed. And now he's back in the field. Yes.
Muscular. Let me text the word to you and see. I want somebody to try to pronounce this.
Oh boy.
Hold up.
Let's not make light of a muscular disease, Greg.
It's like dysphoma or something. Oh boy.
Muscular dystrophy.
Muscular dystrophy.
Yeah,
muscular dystrophy.
Is muscular dystrophy.
Muscular dystrophy. So, but very, very, very. I actually like. I forgot he was playing until I just saw him on the odds list, and I will watch.
Really,
if I can watch him. I will watch him play golf for a few holes.
I mean, world number 1 amateur in 2009.
Yeah,
he had a T2 at the Honda Classic.
He was a star on those Oklahoma State teams, apparently. Like on a couple of.
So when you first said it, I think you said Morgan Wallen.
Yeah,
and I was
kind of looks like him.
You can go back and look at my face, and I was like,
you were a little.
I was so confused, and then I realized you said Hoffman. I was like, oh.
He kind of looks like him. He's got like long blonde hair now. He's made over $6 million apparently on the PGA Tour, so he like did play for a while.
Good for him.
Very cool though.
That is cool. So there is one name I want to mention because I'm sure that I didn't put him on my card. He's gonna win. Alex Noren, T25, T21, T28, and his 3 starts at this tournament. So I'll probably bet him outright just because.
I mean, there's some big names, and none of us really said any of them, probably because of the Masters hangover, I'm assuming.
Yeah. I mean, last year, Cantlay played in this event after the Masters, and he got cut. So,
I mean, Morikawa finished in the top, 10. DJ
his game fits. His game fits here. Cameron Smith, actually, he won't fit here.
Cameron Smith, yeah, he does.
If he can hit off the
anywhere,
if he can hit in the
fairway,
he
was top 10 last year.
Oh, well, if he can hit in the fairway, he can he'll be really good here.
It's not like
Matt
Willett,
Kuchar
right?
kind of a course horse.
He
That's-
is.
By looking at this,
Honestly,
Jordan
they're
Spieth is 40-1.
yeah, he's
Wild
kinda,
odds. I know he's struggling, but
Yeah.
he hasn't
wild
played in a
odds.
couple of years here.
that's crazy. Is 40 to 1
Sanjay at
here.
40-1 is pretty wild odds.
Yeah, I can see
Jordan
Sanjay.
Speed at 40 to 1 here and like 20 to 1 at Augusta. Just it's like that's kind of funny. Like how like that.
Well, it's amazing how what a week could do to you.
Oh, 100%. But yeah, I'm actually not a bad field. Hopefully, it's a good ending. That'd be kind of cool. I would watch the ending.
I kind of want a playoff. We haven't had a playoff in a couple.
Everyone,
months.
everyone want to throw out just a random winner that they think is going to win? Just a
I mean, I
random long shot.
kind of already did Norin, but is that not random enough?
I'll go
No.
Mito.
Not random enough.
Mito.
I'm gonna go Thigala.
That'd be cool. I would love a Thigala to
No,
win.
Doug Gim.
Okay.
Yes.
No,
Like Doug Gim.
no. Here's what it is. Scott Stallings is going to win this week.
Oh boy.
I think
No,
Couldn't tell you.
I'm
what
going
it's
to-
like.
I
will
actually
place
have
that.
one. I actually have one. Brendan Todd is winning this golf tournament.
Oh yes. Poor pin high golfer of the year.
True.
$5
Brendan Todd is
on
winning this
Scott
golf tournament.
Stallings. Guess how much $5 on Scott Stallings to win makes?
What 400?
1,000.
What are
900.
900?
Jeez. Who knows?
What's Brendan Todd? What are his odds?
I haven't heard from him forever.
Brendan Todd is beyond that. No, same number.
18 to 1.
Same number.
I'll put money on that. You know,
Do
not
it.
a long hitter, and that's just kind of like the theme of the guys. who
Put
win.
$5 on it. Who says
I
no?
think I'm gonna do that. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Maybe from the Brendan Todd first round leader.
I'll put $5
Doing.
on Scott Stallings. Why not?
Okay.
Who says no?
Yeah. I mean, that was a pretty good episode up until we started talking about the RBC.
Yeah, I mean, if you stuck around for that, it means you just really like golf, or you really like golf betting. One of the
You
two.
love following my picks. We're fading the picks somehow.
Fading Travis
You can't
Kelce.
really fade golf picks.
No,
though.
it's
Yeah.
hard to. Unless it's matchups. We don't do I don't pick matchups really.
You probably
So-
you should probably just start going. You should become matchup guy.
Yeah,
No,
none of us pick
I just like doing the
matchups.
top. I just like doing the. I'm good at the top
Why do you-
40s.
No, but like, are you?
I'd like to. I think so. All right.
I think you
next-
should become
this-
matchup guy. Why matchup warrior?
All right.
I'm down
I'll
for
try it out
that.
next week.
You
I'll
need
do.
new
I'll
strategy.
do only matchup next. I'll do
Either
only
only
matchups.
matchups.
Next week.
What was it
Maybe
next
1
week?
hour, right?
The Zurich.
Ah. I'll be the partner tournament.
Yeah, what are we doing
guy.
for the Zurich? We cannot
Oh
possibly
jeez.
make 5 bets on the Zurich.
We'll see. I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay.
It's. I think we'll
Oh,
probably maybe just do the same thing that we did for the WGC Dell match play and just like talk about it like briefly and like
that'll be a short episode.
yeah.
Well, just talk about Scottie Scheffler for an hour. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Again,
Yeah, again. Maybe we should find an interview next week.
maybe.
Ooh, that'd be good. That'd be good.
Joe
Maybe.
LaCava,
Ooh.
1 week after Tiger.
Should we get Joe LaCava?
Ooh.
Fans, come on.
Do we shoot the shot? Is it too early?
Should we shoot the shot right now? No, it's 11:32.
No.
It's 11:32 at night. Probably not gonna.
Need to- need to
I
do
think
that.
Joe's probably gonna be on vacation.
At Joe LaCava WID.
Okay, we've spewed on enough.
Yeah.
Good Joe, you up?
We'll see if for the Zurich.